Hello again, art history class, to our final kind of discussion board posting that shows up on how the arts impact your thoughts and thinking. Here are my top 3 ways that postmodern art has actually impacted my thinking recently. Number one, going to the idea of cultural appropriation. When and is it ever okay to take someone else's culture and actually be able to appropriate, to use it either for commercial aims or for educational aims? For example, is it okay that The Lion King actually is based upon Hamlet and that we used it from Disney for completely commercial value, and neither the British or African population, particularly East African, where Lion King would have been focused, is that okay? Is it okay that Moana, also within the Disney kind of circle that showed up, that they took some stories that actually showed up, they used a Polynesian population or actually employed a Polynesian population to actually help create the story? Is that okay in cultural appropriation? And if so, when? Is it okay that Andy Warhol took an image of Chairman Mao and made large scale silk screens of the Chinese official? It's okay if it's a government that actually does it, or we use images of the government. So cultural appropriation is a huge deal, particularly dealing and coming forward in the future. My next thing is just, what is the nature of postmodernism? We have two strands, and we have been more divided, particularly in the United States, than in any other time, probably since the Civil War right now, maybe in the 1960s, but at least since then. And so we have a conservative side that looks at postmodernism as really this Marxian, the idea of finding oppression where there might not be oppression because you feel like you've been slighted by some larger force. And so kind of the idea of divisive politics. The idea on the other side is that those politics actually do demand that people are rising up and actually, whether it's Judy Chicago and looking at the rise of women's rights, whether it's Stonewall coming out, which side is right, or is there something actually within the middle? It's really hard to determine these things when you're in a particular moment, which brings me to that third is that, are we still in a postmodern world? Are we still in this fractured world? Are we slowly moving out this and literally with intersectionality starting to bring ideas together from across different disciplines to how we figure out power dynamics in a more egalitarian society? Many scholars are now arguing that postmodernism really kind of ended around 2015. Well, we're only a couple years after that, and it's really hard when you're in that particular society to identify, is this postmodernism or something that's beyond it? Is the next stage of postmodernism? So all those are 3 major ideas that I have coming out of the understanding the world that we currently live in postmodernism. I can't wait to hear your ideas. Bye.